the National Diaspora Day celebrations 2024, the Chairman CEO Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Honorable Abike Dabiru Erewa, has rolled out issues to be discussed around key sectors of the economy, with the overall theme, Japa phenomenon, and its implications for national development. Stick around for details as she addresses the press. Meanwhile, African Diaspora Union has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to grant citizenship waivers to African descendants of victims of the transatlantic slave debacle under reparative justice. They made the call when the union visited the NIDCOM headquarters and the secretary to the government of the Federation. Details shortly. And NIDCOM has held its Diaspora Quarterly Lecture Series with a view to addressing the challenges confronting Nigerian students in the diaspora. And of course, do not forget our complimentary segments of Health Tips by Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, AMPA, and our Diaspora of the Moment. This is the Diaspora, your favorite show. I am Khadija Bomili. Please stay. Welcome back. Let's begin with the press conference ahead of the July 25th and 26th National Diaspora Day celebrations and National Diaspora Merit Awards.
This year, we're taking a very important thing, which I believe, the whole team came up with, I would believe that it is very, very relevant, and that is the Japa phenomena and the implications for national development. I'm sure you agree with me that it's a very, very timely topic at this point in time. So we all know what Japa means. It's nothing new. Migration is nothing new. Years back it was, what was it? Andrew checking out, or Munjalo Sijand, and all that. So it's a Yoruba word which means to flee or escape. But it's now become a trademark for Nigerians living in the country. Well, they say for better opportunities abroad. But a lot of times, we have to know where you are Japa into. If you're going to Japa, where are you Japa into? And what are you Japa into? Better opportunities abroad, there's no point going and coming back worse than you left. So it's important to look at this thing during these Diaspora Day celebrations. And we've heard a lot. There are many factors why people are living in droves. Economic instability, security concerns, inadequate standard of living, are ranked as high among the many reasons why, particularly our young ones, are going abroad. It has its consequences, we can't deny that. And the main one is the decline of strong human resources, because most of the Nigerians relocating are the youth. And this in turn makes a downward turn on labor and productivity in the country. However, we have to turn our lemons to lemonades. Today, we change the story by celebrating those vibrant Nigerians who are making positive impacts in the diaspora and making the country very, very proud. And those who, while abroad, are contributing positively to national development. And so we say that, as you leave, don't forget your country. As you leave, you become a better person. As you leave, we hope that we'll be celebrating you, not having the bad, stories about irregular Japa or irregular migration. So this year's National Diaspora Day celebration is a call to action for us all, public and private-driven sectors, government agencies, and the media. The award ceremony, as usual, recognizes wonderful diaspora Nigerians in the areas of agriculture, business, health, leadership, philanthropy, sports, education, entertainment, technology, industry, and all spheres of human endeavor. So this year, it's going to be very exciting. So we look forward to having you all participate. We're going to have the opening ceremony with a speech delivered by Mr. President himself. Then we'll discuss the theme, Japa phenomena and its implications for national development. I'm sure this is a theme everyone should be glad to be part of. And I can assure you that we'll come up with very, very, very useful recommendations. So let me conclude by just saying that though freedom of movement is a basic human right, I would like to use this medium to urge those planning to Japa well. No short corners and no irregularities in the immigration process. While those who have Japaed should abide by the laws of those countries of residence and be good ambassadors of Nigeria.
Many African diasporas have done their DNA, and results show that they are from Nigeria. The African Descendants Diaspora Union visited NIDCOM and Secretary to the government of the Federation to articulate their issues.
We believe that the international gathering in honor of the Africans in Diaspora 6 region, which we intend to hold from the 1st to the 7th of October 2024, is an opportunity for all the black peoples of the world from outside Africa, which includes all the African descendants, to come into Nigeria, and Nigeria, which let me say 65-70% of the African descendants believe that Nigeria is their ancestral home. I don't want to go back to the stories of how they were kidnapped, how they were forcefully taken away and everything. I am not a critic, because the time has passed. No one would keep criticizing the colonial masters, criticizing all they did. But the time has come to ask ourselves, what are we doing about it?
To our brothers and sisters coming back, you can be rest assured that we are giving you a full embrace and welcome. We believe and sincerely feel that you must have been terribly traumatized over the period, and time has come for us to show love to each other and welcome you back without any reservation. I know there is a group called the Right to Return. I would like to especially say word to them that they are quite right. They have every right to return to their fatherland. And we will do everything to assist them to build the mega city, the memorial city, and the cenotaph. And this is just the beginning of great things to come.
Home is not what is prescribed, what is shown on television. Home is not where you're going to be kidnapped and treated badly. Home is where you're going to see a lot of love and affection and warmth. The Chinese are investing on the continent. The Indians are investing on the continent. Why not the African Americans who have been successful? Why not those in Guyana, the Caribbeans? Why don't we invest back home on the motherland, on the continent? What are they saying that you are not saying? Those are conversations we must have. And for those who have done it, no regrets whatsoever. Even for our Nigerians in the diaspora, when they come to invest, it's like, oh wow, we wish we did this a long time ago. So AfriDo, we'll be glad to work with you, we'll be glad to partner with you, we'll be glad to make this one of the most successful events on the continent of Africa. Then we will report back to the president, because we also want him to be present at this event. That's going to be huge. We'll also pass your message to the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm sure she'll be excited to host. Not just the women, all of you, when you do come in October. We have a program in Badagry called the Door of Return. It's specifically targeted, because we had you in mind when it was set up, that we must connect with the historic African diaspora. It's the most emotional, physical, spiritual, economic connection with the motherland. You can't find anywhere in the world. I know Badagry is where everybody was taken away as slaves. So there's this walk that my brothers and sisters, you have to take that walk. Anytime you come, whether it's October, whether it's whatever, you have to take that walk. It's the most important thing you'll do. Things will never be the same again. You see life in a different perspective.
Our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, the African descendants, who came all the way from both South America and the United States and Canada to come to find out how we are preparing for the international gathering in honor of the Africans in Diaspora 6 region in October, how it is going to come out, whether it is a reality or not. Our initial dates were the 1st to the 7th of October, but after the interfacing with the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, whom the executive president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, have instructed to collaborate with us. Now we have agreed to put it on the 3rd week of October, the same month of this year, 2024. The dates, the 1 week which we plan, according to our collaboration, will soon be given to the public. And we also understand that our visitors who have all that it takes to change the narratives of Nigeria, both the economic, political, diplomatic narrative of Nigeria, that they came to say, we have all that it takes to build Nigeria. But as the ones that we are forcefully taken away, we cannot be coming in as visitors and as tourists, but we want to invest and participate as citizens of Nigeria.
I welcome all of you very sincerely. Nigeria is your place. West Africa is your place. I recall what Colin Powell said. He came for the first time in Africa, and that was East Africa. He was very excited. He was in Africa, but he said, oh, boy, my place is West Africa. It's West Africa, not East Africa. Because most of those who left to the US and the Caribbeans, so we're from here. In those days, Nigeria was then known as what? Slave Coast. Ghana was what? Gold Coast. And so on. So your roots are clearly established. Most of you. So if you look at roots, that film, documentary, it's a very powerful one. Roots, Kunta Kinte, and they know where they come from. My views are really personal. I read history long ago, and the views of Marcus Garvey, Booker T. Washington, and so on. To meet with the Diaspora Commission, it's a very powerful group pulling together. You can do wonders in the United States of America. That's the way I look at it. Maybe I speak from an uninformed position. When you have a passport, that's no big deal. You get the passports, there's no doubt about it. Dual citizenship. People have dual citizenship.
While some people are Japan, others are identifying and are willing and ready to come to Nigeria. Now, NIDCOM has held its Diaspora Quarterly Lecture Series with a focus to resolving challenges being faced by Nigerian students in the diaspora.
Now, this is going to be the first of many lecture meetings we'll be having as soon as issues come up. So, it's a conversation. We are just here to build a bridge, listen to you and see what we can do. There are some things we can't do. For instance, we can't pay your school fees if anything happens abroad. Because some have been coming to me, I said, hey, Honorable, you said you're paying our school fees. No. But there are some issues we can help resolve.
Challenges are in building social connections, integrating into local community and feeling included, language barriers, proficiency issues in non-English speaking countries, impact on academic performance and social integration, employment opportunities, restrictions on working hours due to visa limitations, competition with local students for jobs, internship, JAMB accreditation, recognition issues with international qualifications, difficulties in transferring credits or continuing studies in Nigeria in case of crisis, NYSC requirements, complication in obtaining necessary documentation, delays in NYSC certificate averting job prospects.
One of the reasons for my coming here today is for me to listen to you and respond adequately, not as government, but as an agency of government charged with the responsibility of admitting candidates to Nigerian universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education, with emphasis on Nigerian, because it's not my duty to admit somebody or to assist or facilitate your going to UK or Republic of Benin. It's also not my problem to ensure that you are well treated where you have gone there. That's the problem of Foreign Affairs and NIDCOM, and probably the Ministry of Education. But it's part of my problem to create alternative routes, to let you know that Nigeria provides for you, Nigeria cares for you. There is always a way that Nigeria can cater for you, either now or in the future.
Most often at times, people misconstrue or misunderstand the operations of the NYSC. This has been the mandate that is given to us. He has said it all. Our problem in NYSC wouldn't be how somebody was, is being treated abroad, how you are able to pay your school fee, because we expect that as a finished product from all the universities all over the world and in Nigeria, for as long as you are qualified to be on national service. Our problem will be to see to how we arrange seamless mobilization for everyone coming on board the NYSC. As a matter of fact, since 2014, batch C of the NYSC calendar, management has done a lot to make the mobilization of core members seamless.
To us, as a government, we always partner with the leadership of students who are over there to resolve any issues that come up to our office. And to us as a government, we always supporting the students of Nigerian who are schooling over there, that we know that a lot of them are facing a lot of challenges, talking about the educational barrier, talking about the language barrier.
We are happy to say that, some of the students are now being, all the letters they've sent them by the Home Office to leave the UK are being, some of them have been, changed. The decisions have been reverted and changed, and some of them are not having to leave again.
Way forward. Number one, in my view, preparation, and preparation. The 3 P's is so central for all emerging teachers. And I learned this not because I've been Jakpa or Jalo. I learned this way back in 1988 at the College of Education in Jalingo, Gongola State, when I have to teach an African history class. And the preparation cannot be over stress for all students. Even when you have made it to Canada, to US, to Malaysia, to China, you must continue to engage the mantra of Harry and Rosemary Wong, in their book. You can get the book and read it.
Let's take a short break. Keep watching The Diaspora.
This walk that you're walking, even though it was known as the point of no return, we see it now as the joy of return.
The spirit of Africa could not be broken by the transatlantic slave trade. You cannot lose the spirit. And the divine force, the spirit of Africa, has brought us back today.
Welcome, welcome to home.
If you must travel, travel legitimately. Now to our Help Tips segment with Ampa.
Today I'd like to talk a little bit about high blood pressure. High blood pressure, which is elevated blood pressure, is something that is a very common chronic illness that affects a lot of people. When you say your blood pressure is elevated, it could be episodic or long-standing. And long-standing would be a blood pressure greater than 140/90 that is documented at your medical evaluation for more than 3 episodes.
Next is our Diaspora of the Moment with Shalewa Ajila presenting.
Our Diaspora of the Moment is Simidele Adeife Omonla Adiagbo Oli. Adiagbo was born in Toronto, Ontario, Canada on the 29th of July, 1981. She is a Nigerian skeleton racer who competed at the 2018 Winter Olympics. She is Nigeria's and Africa's first female skeleton athlete. She was the first Black female Olympian in the sport. In 2022, she won the Women's Monobob event in the 2022 Euro Cup held in Germany. Congratulations, Simidele Adeife Omonla Adiagbo. We celebrate you as our Diaspora of the Moment.
That has been the Diaspora this week. I remain Khadija Vamali. Stay positive.